So we wanted to dip in and let you hear some of this cancel culture and much, much more that they're talking about at CPAC. And now we have the opportunity to hear even more. Representative Matt Gaetz is with me now of the great state of Florida. And Congressman, you're going to be talking later today, and your hot topic is one that has the whole nation speaking right now, big tech and quieting voices. Tell us, give us a preview.
Well, we have a number of decision points as a Republican movement. They're being ripened here at CPAC. You heard DeRoy Murdoch talk about the need to focus on the future of election integrity, and I am talking about the future of the flow of information. Access to the digital world is everything in our lives, and if some Silicon Valley woke-topians can be the hall monitors of our speech and discussion, if they can deplatform those who have uncomfortable or different ideas, we'll be a diminished nation as a consequence. So I'm going to give a robust defense of the America First movement of President Trump, and I'm going to work to vindicate the values that undergird the United States Constitution by standing up for a culture of free speech.
You know, I just want to point something out, and it is the flow of hashtags and what's trending right now, CPAC 2021. I'm curious, you know, what do the social media giants think if they are quieting voices when you get the kind of movement on social media that you have with this very conference, just as an example?
Well, social media executives in Silicon Valley have actually addressed that point. They've said that populist content spreads to a greater degree on social media. It earns more reach because populism is popular and people like that content. And so they take extra steps to try to diminish the reach of populist content because they want to be the arbiters of truth. And that's really the problem. You know, Jim Jordan, Mark Meadows, myself, we were shadow banned along with Devin Nunes from Twitter when we were telling the truth about the Russia hoax, and it's just one example of these folks trying to kind of be judge, jury, and executioner all at once.
You know, of course, former President Trump will take the stage there on Sunday for his first public speech since he left office. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has been critical of the former president since January 6th. We all know that. But today, a shift. He now says he could put those differences aside. Let's watch, and Congressman Gaetz will get your reaction.
Should the former president be speaking at CPAC this weekend?
I don't have any advice to give the former president about where he should speak or what he should say.
Okay. Is there a civil war in the GOP currently?
No. I think if you're looking for a real civil war, look at the Democrats in the House. The progressives making it extremely difficult for Speaker Pelosi to operate, given the narrow margin she has overall in the House.
If the president was the party's nominee, would you support him?
The nominee of the party? Absolutely.
Congressman Gaetz, your reaction. There was actually a lot to unpack there.
Undoubtedly, and it dovetails with what Mitch McConnell said previously about his own candidate recruitment process in the Senate. He said that all that matters to him is electability. And that's troubling to me. I think we should actually stand for stuff. I think we should back candidates who share a common value system, because if all we care about is winning elections, then we don't have the ability to actually govern around a principle, around an ideology. And that's what President Trump provided for us. Here's the truth, Harris. If a lot of these Washington-based so-called Republican leaders took the stage today, they'd get booed off the stage in Florida. Like, do you think that this crowd behind me would cheer Mitch McConnell or Liz Cheney? They wouldn't. You know, those folks would need like to pack the place with their own staffers just to get an applause. And so I think that there is a divide between the energy in the Republican movement and the conservative movement and the leadership. And I plan to be here for all of the great patriots who want to rally around the America First agenda and hopefully re-elect President Trump in 2024.
It's so interesting what you say. You describe it as a divide in the energy. And, you know, Democrats describe it as the way perhaps they see it as more of a civil war. But what you're saying is there is a divide, and now you're looking for ways to bring that together around actual policy and things that matter. It will be fascinating to see you speak and the President of the United States, formerly number 45. Good to see you, Congressman. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris.
This is Congressman Matt Gaetz. If you liked that video, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and join us on our daily podcast, Hot Takes with Matt Gaetz on your favorite podcast listening platform.